Yes, boys, what's going on? Welcome back to episode number 2 of this Tottenham Hotspur career mode. And last time out, you guys went absolutely insane in the comment section. The video's not even been up for 24 hours yet, and it's absolutely smashing all my imagination and thoughts of what the video would do. And you guys have left a ton of comments. So I have started to scout all of the players, but I need to give you guys a firm pat on the back at the start of this episode. But let's get into episode number 2. Let's waste no time, because there's some transfers to make in today's episode. Now, the most important bit of transfer business that we needed to do was give Heung-Min Son a new contract, and we've done that. He's signed for another 2 years. Our captain will be staying, the talisman of the club, man. He is the big-time player, and I needed to get that deal done, and I'm glad that you guys agree. Next up, I've decided to list Sergio Regular. We will be looking for a new fullback, left back preferably, but if it's right side that can play left, we'll look at what foot they are, whatever. But his contract's expiring. I don't want to use him. I haven't really got that much interest in. It hasn't really paid off for him here at Tottenham, so he'll be going. We kind of need to figure out what we're going to do with Ben Davies. He's got 10 months left on his contract, and I don't know. Ben Davies is 31. He's not the greatest of players, but apart from that, our backline is good. We've got Dragusin, we've got Romero, we've got Van der Ven, and Phillips. I really want to improve in this series, so it'll be interesting to see what we can do with him when he comes back. Now, for now, on the right-hand side, though, I am going to keep Dejed Spence. I like Dejed Spence. He's quick, he's pacey. We'll see how he does. Now, it's quite clear that you didn't understand the assignment when it comes to press conferences, but because of the sheer amount of comments you left and how wildly well the video is doing, because of all those comments, you are all forgiven. But we did get one, and it is about Mikey Moore, loaning him to a League One or Championship side. Now, I have already loaned Mikey Moore out. It wasn't to a League One or Championship side, which I do admit would have been definitely more realistic and is what I probably should have done. But it is done now. What's done is done. He's got great potential. You Spurs fans are a big fan of him, so I'm excited to get Mikey Moore back. Now, yes, I understand his face, the cranium face is bad, okay? The cranium face for Mikey Moore is bad. They're not all bad, but for some strange reason, Mikey Moore's is pretty bad. But when he comes back, maybe he'll see some game time, because we don't know what Odebear's going to be yet. Manar Solomon will probably move on. Brian Hill has had loan after loan after loan at this stage. He should probably move on. And we're not taking up the deal on Timo Werner. It's not working out for him. We'll see how his season goes. Never say never. But Mikey Moore might end up being a big feature, and I want to get the youth players playing as much football as possible. Now, another great suggestion from you guys was Dejan Kulusevski moving to Cam away from right midfielder. I don't get why he's not a winger, but he actually has attributes that suit a Cam pretty well, because he's got 80 passing. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to be Maddison and Kulusevski as our Cams for this season, because I needed to change up the tactic, and I needed to play a winger, and I want a winger with a plus. I don't know what it is. Look, the pluses are pretty cool. I wanted a winger with a plus. We've made a few tweaks to the tactic. This will be an ongoing thing as the career modes go on this year, and let me know what you think about the tactics. But I am enjoying it, and I'm going to keep tweaking. I'm going to keep playing around with them. But this is what we've moved to. Sar's not going to drop as much now, or whoever plays the right side CDM. They're going to roam in that position, and I'm hoping that's going to help me a bit. I'm keeping Maddison balanced for now, but I think the team, there wasn't much synergy in that last game against Leicester. Now, speaking about that last game against Leicester, Richarlison came on and nearly scored, but he didn't. And both these players, Dominic Solanke and Richarlison, both have important, and I don't think that I need them both. I would rather go and sign a striker that will take rotation or be a young striker for the future to play in behind Dominic Solanke, and that means I'm going to list Richarlison. I'm not guaranteed to let him go, but I am going to list him, and I am going to see if we can do anything in terms of the finances. Dejan Kulusevski obviously now being dropped to play Cam when Maddison's not there. So Brennan Johnson at this moment in time is our starting right winger. So with all that housekeeping out of the way, we're going to start advancing forward now. We're going to see if we get any transfer bids in. We should get the scout reports back in just a matter of days. And I'm scouting some players as well that I personally like, and we will start getting some business done. We also have Everton on the horizon. Now, we do have 2 offers coming in. One of them for Archie Gray from Chelsea for a loan. Absolutely not. But we do get one for Reguilon. It's from Galatasaray. I am firmly going to accept this. I'm happy with 10 million. We actually still have a really good budget left. So he can go, and that should free up the money. I'm saying free up the money. Like I say, we actually have a decent-sized budget. The 111 million currently to spend. So we definitely don't need to sell in order to bring in players. Before we can bring anyone in, though, we're going to have this Everton game. Now, they did well in the opening day. Beto and Mikalenko, was it? Were both in the team of the week, which is making me think they had a pretty decent performance. This is the predicted starting 11 that they will be playing with. It will be unchanged then as well for Tottenham, apart from Kulusevski coming out and off of the right-hand side and Brennan Johnson playing as a winger on the right-hand side for today's game. 3 points in reality for a side that would be, well, wanting top 4 is a must in these kind of games. Let's see if we can have success here on the pitch today and hopefully maybe get Dominic Solanke in one of those good positions. Oh, no. Beto. I attempted to pull him back there. I think we did enough just to put him off. Across. Oh, that's a good ball back in, is it? Son with a shot. Oh, I just feel like it's going to be Son who gets the first goal for us. Whip a good ball in now. Let's get Big Dom on the header. Miles over the bar. I need to not put anywhere near as much power from those headers from corners. Move this one outside. Get that one inside then for Son. Fires off the shot. Straight at Pickford. We have to orchestrate a better shot on Pickford's goal than straight at him. Mads. That one out wide. Brennan Johnson. Back across again to Son. I can't beat Pickford. 3 for 3 in saves against shots from Son so far today. All right. Fires off a shot from distance. Vicario is equal to it. Maddison. Led to Son. I'm going to go for it again. Oh, I'm finally going to score one. I'm finally going to score a finesse with Heung-min Son. The man who signs a new contract will open up his account for the year. He'll open up Tottenham's account for the year. And we look set to dominate this game. Son has been going at Pickford all match. And honestly, we've been the better side by a long stretch. Hopefully more where that comes from. I love me a finesse shot. And especially when I can get Son in that position. The question will be, will Everton change up how they're playing? Because so far, sitting back the Dyche way, it's not working. Oh, Beto slides that in behind, and it's a great block in the end. We're 1/2 down, and the result is looking promising so far. Start the second half here, and I would love a second. It's just, can we create the opportunity to bag a second as Solanke gets his head on that, but he's never going to get that much power. It was a bit too much behind him. I really want to get Dominic Solanke's first goal in this match. Maddison. It's a good position for him. Maddison! Oh, he's going to be 2 screamers from outside the box. And it's going to be Maddison, not Dominic Solanke, who can make this one 2-0. Because Son and Maddison, man, they're going to be so good for us this season. They're going to be so pivotal. Can we keep Maddison fit? Could be something that is labelled at us because fitness hasn't been his strong point. But that is a great finish. See if I can work something here. This formation change and tactical change has been actually really good. Can I whip one all the way across? I can. But it's too much, although can Solanke get the second ball now? O'Brien has been there all day long for that ball over. Son. What's it in? Maddison. Down to Solanke. Oh. That should have been his first, boys. That really should have been his first. As time ticks on, I think maybe we'll bring on Richarlison. I want to make some subs regardless, but that probably should have been his first goal right there. I tell you what, Everton play like this all season, and they will definitely be in a relegation scrap. Offered pretty much nothing apart from the early stages of today's game, where they did manage to get the ball in behind quite a few times. But apart from that, they've been really woeful. Well, with this scoreline, it is time to make a ton of subs. 10 minutes left of this game. We're going to get to see the youngsters have a little bit of a run out. And I'm going to have a free kick in a moderately okay position. I don't know if I can score this, but I am going to try my best. Now, the wind is really blowing. I'm going to give this some decent power, and it's going to be nothing. But at least it was on target. I've kept Solanke on the pitch also because I just believe if he's on the pitch, he has to score at some point. Trying Bergvall at Cam as well. Not sure it'll work. Solanke gets the ball in. I'm not sure it'll work, but Bergvall can actually play at Cam. I was tempted to bring on Kulusevski, but Archie Gray, Bergvall, those players all need game time when I can get them at, and that is why Archie Gray needs it, because what a move that is. Odebear, pull it back across. It's not to the right man. Brennan Johnson. I really wanted the ball back there to Solanke. One less chance. Maybe at a goal. Solanke. Oh, Pickford, man. He's actually had a good game. It should be way more than 2-0. Defensively, I haven't thought much about Everton. I haven't thought much about them this entire game. They've looked pretty poor. We're going to whip one last ball in. It's not going to be towards Solanke. It's going to be all towards Gray, but he can't find the back of the net. The whistle will be blown, and we get our first victory of the Premier League season. It's our first home game of the season as well. What a result that is against Everton. We come straight out of that match and have a bid from West Ham. Now, West Ham did try and sign more than one striker in this last window. If you remember, they tried to sign the lad from Aston Villa who's just scored a worldie, Duran, but they are now looking at Richarlison. Do I want to sell him to an English side? I don't think I do. I'm going to reject it. I don't think it's that much money either. Maybe a little bit under his valuation. So I'm going to reject that for now. But we do have some of our scout reports back. So I'm going to start figuring out who I want to bring in. And the first player we need to bring in can play left back. But I am absolutely in love with Vanderson right now. Attacking wing back, can play winger as well. Like, look at the fact he can play right midfield. There's just something about Vanderson that I really like. So I'm going to go in and try and get a deal done and just hope that I can play him on the left-hand side because he would be playing inverted. So it kind of works. He's also 3-star weak foot. So he's not terrible with his weak foot. These are on strict. So I actually think we're going to have to go in straight off the bat with 20 million. They're on difficult transfers. There we go. They're going to negotiate with us. I'm going to accept it. I think Vanderson being our first signing would be fantastic. He played really well for Monaco the other night. But he's been someone I've been a fan of for a while. And I think really suits the style of football we're trying to play. Wow, so as we head into the negotiations, he's actually going to accept rotation. This is great news for us. Him having rotation is absolutely massive because then he's not going to get so upset that he's not playing every single game. And we got a lot of games this year. We don't really have strength in depth. We do have European football. And our dream would be to try and finish in a Champions League place this year. It's something failed to do last year, but definitely something we would like to try and do. Wow. I've insulted Vanderson. We should have enough time to go back in for him, but I thought $4,000 a week more than what I thought there would be a negotiation, but she weren't having none of it. Well, before we can go back in for Vanderson, while we're still waiting for some reports, let's send one of the youth scouts. We're going to send both the youth scouts out. Let's be honest. We're going to go to England first because it makes sense. And I kind of feel like I would like any position here from England. I mean, we don't need a CD. Can I choose multiples? I can. Okay, I can only choose 4 positions. And then the roles will be off of that. So I'm just going to go right down the spine for us searching in England. And then look, we can actually go through and then choose what kind of player we want. That is, this is fantastic. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to skip that. We just want everybody. Give me as many players as possible. But I'm sure over time that's something when you're picking the roles, that will be really good. Now, the secondary scout, someone recommended Singapore. And in the interest of us not really knowing how this is going to work out, I'm going to scout Singapore. We're just going to do 6 months at Singapore. Now, can I look, goalkeepers in Singapore, I'm not expecting to be good, but maybe we could get good wide midfielders. And that's what I'm going to go for here then in Singapore. And let's kind of see what players we get back. What do I want? I'm going to do it again where we just pick any and we'll just see what playstyle pluses we get. But let's just see how Singapore works out. Again, we do have the ability to get a 3rd scout. We might do that eventually, so I would be open to more feedback on where we should send them. Now, we've got another offer coming in here now for Richarlison. It's more money than what West Ham paid. It's from Crystal Palace this time round, but they've just signed Eddie Nketiah. They've got Jean-Philippe Mateta. Again, I don't think this one makes sense. We're going to reject that for now. And it's not like I've got my eyes on a bunch of strikers. Literally the only striker that we have on this list is this Victor guy. He's absolutely destroying it right now, but he'd come in and you'd play him ahead of Solanke, and I want to give Solanke his opportunity. So this could definitely be one from the future, the striker from Sporting. But as things stand right now, I don't have an abundance. So I'm starting to lean towards maybe Richarlison should stay until at least January. The first player that's going to be leaving the club, though, is going to be Sergio Reguilon. He's going to go to Galatasaray, and good riddance, to be honest. We're going to get an A for that. Now, we do have more scout reports back, and Vanderson, though, still isn't being open to having conversations. And now that I have more of the scout reports back, I am actually looking at a Stupinian. He could be good. The Ecuadorian 26, attacking wingback, though, and that's my only problem. I kind of want someone who can play false back. And so far, I'm really struggling to find players that can actually play that false back position at the left back. I guess what we could do is then convert a left-footed centre-back to play that. So I feel like Hincapié could play that position, but also considering what Leverkusen have done, Hincapié probably isn't a deal that we could make. And that is what's stressing me out a little bit, because he is the only left-footed centre-back that I appear to have scouted. Now, there is a lot of fanfare going on at the minute on whether we should bring back Luka Modric for a couple of seasons. This could be a deal we did. His contract's going to be out at the end of this year. Could we then bring him in at the end of this year? I don't know. He's still 86 overall, and this kind of football that he plays, he doesn't need to be that physical. I did look at Zaire Emery. He was requested a lot. He's gone to Barcelona. Well, we've got Chelsea now coming in for Richarlison. Again, I'm just going to show you that I'm just going to reject these from now on. I don't know why Chelsea would want Richarlison, but fair enough. And I'm just going to move forward. We've got an offer now from West Ham for Dejed Spence, Salom to buy. I'm going to reject that because he's going to be our backup right back for this season. I'm not really sure how injuries are going to work on this year's game. Now, we have hit deadline day, and I am hoping as we hit deadline day that we can actually go back in for Vanderson, because it wasn't letting me in the past. This is going to be the moment of truth. I hate that you have to try and find it. Now, Vanderson, we've upset him. We have really upset Vanderson. I can't go back in for him, which means we're going to pivot and we're going to go for somebody else. And I think I'm actually just going to go for an out-and-out left back. And I think I'm going to go for Urel Hato. He can play false back, full back, and defender centre back. I think this is the ideal signing, picking up the 18-year-old. They've had a few bids rejected, and they won't sell him. They don't have enough depth in the position. Oh, I should have known that when I realised that even PSG couldn't get a deal over the line. But he would be perfect for us. We could go really young, though, and go Patrick Dorgu. A lot of people were suggesting this guy. He would have time to be trained. Wide midfielder. False back is where we'd have to train him. I'm not sure he suits the false back position, though. 64 overall, but it is a strength in depth thing that is the problem. Do you know what? I'm going to go in for the youngster. I feel like that's kind of the MO that we have this year with Tottenham, is bringing in these younger players. We're freshening or refreshening the squad, and they're going to accept that. This is under 2 million. I think this is a great deal. It's going to take 5 years. He's going to take prospect. Can I nail the contract this time? You come into Tottenham, so you're going to be given a pay rise. This surely does not see them. It didn't reach what they wanted, but we were closer. I'm liking these stricter negotiations, boys. But it was close. 20 grand. Let's do it. This will be signing number 1. And it's one for the future. This one might pay off in a couple of seasons' time. He's going to have to come in and be trained to play false back instantly, straight off the bat. That's what I think we're going to do. Now, hopefully, he will be able to play that, and it won't take him too long. It's saying 8 weeks. 8 weeks for him to be able to start learning false back, and we're going to just keep him growing at false back for a long time. He's in the growth stage of his career, as you can see there. Yeah, this is a perfect deal. I'm really happy with it. It might not be a flash star signing of someone of the caliber of like Abrici Eze, who we might go in for in season number 2, but it is just yet again another building block for this team. And as the season goes on, there's going to be more and more games. Now, I would like someone on the right-hand side. Left or right, preferably right. Omari Hutchinson, great suggestion. Wouldn't be able to sign him right now. He's only just signed for Ipswich. Now, I've added Riccardo Orsolini. Well, why wouldn't you add him? All right, wide midfielder, inside forward. He's very good at cutting in. He's not the quickest, but he is technically absolutely sound. He has dead ball, technical, and flair. So he is someone I've added, as well as Ramon Esse, who's a youngster. And then for the left-hand side, you guys have all been saying Yang Min. I don't know if we just pick him up. He's got 3-star, 3-star. Is he decent? Winger, inside forward. He can play right side winger. I'm guessing this is someone who is linked. Holy speed, Batman. He is quick. I'm guessing he's linked to the side because of Ange. Oh, okay. I'm actually intrigued by that. And then we have Benjamin Rosalier as well, who could play on the right, but he's more of a playmaker. And then we have Sheldrup, who I just thought, we're adding these wonder kids. Let's keep adding these wonder kids. But at 20 now, he hasn't really reached what you'd expect for him. He still looks like a child. And then Pedro Gonçalves, who I'm a huge fan, but can't play on the right-hand side. So the fact that Sheldrup could play on the right-hand side and at cam is more intriguing. Oh, do I go for the wonder kid? Or do I go for someone like Riccardo Orsolini, who is far more established? And if we want Champions League football, I feel like Orsolini could be the right move. I'm going to try and get this deal done then for Orsolini. I really like him. I think this is a fantastic deal. Great bit of business. And Brennan Johnson is going to keep improving. He's going to keep playing on that side. But we need somebody else for now. I'm going to go with 30 million. This will be my biggest signing of the window. 31.1. Okay. This will be my biggest signing of the window by far. A little bit good though about the Hato deal. I really wanted to get that done. I'm going to go important. Again, remember Kulusevski won't be playing on the right. So this is Brennan Johnson and Orsolini's right-hand side for this year. We're going to have to train him to play on the right better. He wants a decent wage. Obviously, he's a starting caliber player. Let's get him snapped up. And there we have it then, our new number 18, the real big signing of our window. Orsolini joins up. He's going to be fantastic on that right-hand side. I'm telling you now, I think he'll bring goals this season. 31.1 million is not a bad deal for the 81 overall. Let's go in instantly and get this man trained. Now, how long would it take him to learn winger? 55 weeks. It's actually not as bad as you think. And him learning winger will increase his pace, which is... Well, I mean, to be honest with you, without a shadow of a doubt, that's something I like to do. It's also going to improve his skill moves. He's 4-star, 4-star. This guy is a very good player. So we are going to start training him to play the winger position. If anything, it's just going to make the guy quicker, which is a bonus. But as things stand for now, I kind of did want a quieter window because... You know, we've done the window in real life. That's exactly kind of what we've got. We've made 2 signings, a young player for the future at left back, and then Orsolini. So I'm kind of going to fast forward now. I do want to actually look at what transfers have been done. I'm super intrigued to see what's going to happen there. We're seeing Robertson rumours there to PSG. And can I look at this differently? Okay, yeah, I can. It's just the menus are a bit more sluggish now. Dusan Vlahovic, wow, he went to Newcastle. Schick went to Lille. Obviously, Orsolini there as one of the biggest deals as well. Will any of these big deals get beaten? I don't think they will. Dusan Vlahovic to Newcastle. Wow, so they have Isaac and Vlahovic. That is quite scary. Well, the deal doesn't quite get beat, but it's not miles off. Andy Robertson is leaving Liverpool. It's a new era, right, at Liverpool, and he's going to PSG for 50.2 million. As things stands, we haven't had any bids come in. As you can see, it's been the same things on the task list the entire window. No bids coming in for our players. It's been a pretty quiet deadline day apart from the Orsolini deal. And as we tick down the clock, we go to the final hour. I'm just intrigued to see what other deals have happened in this window. Bremer to Real Madrid for 92.1 million. And obviously we knew about the Militao one, but there we go. One of the biggest deals of this entire window did indeed happen on deadline day. It was Dusan Vlahovic's move to Newcastle. Lisandro Martinez goes, okay. So we're still seeing some suspect transfers. John Stones there leaving. Kingsley Coman to Real Madrid. They seem to be improving. Yafabal for only 40 million to Manchester United. If you ask me, that's an absolute steal. Brighton bringing in Vivian. I mean, there isn't that much to England. Riccardo Orsolini up there as one of the biggest deals in England in this window. Very, I don't know. Interesting to see a lot of players go abroad. I don't mind that, though. I really don't. Gerard Branthwaite leaves Everton to Lyon. Every man and his dog. There were 50, 60 million being touted around for Branthwaite. He goes to Lyon for 28 million. Okay, EA, okay. And on the final day of the window, we are going to get a bid for Vicario. It's from Manchester City. We're going to turn that one down firmly. He wouldn't even be a starter there. Let's advance this hour. Let's finish the summer window with a good bit of business from us. But we've got Newcastle, who just signed Dusan Vlahovic as our next game. This could be tasty. Well, the big news here then from St. James's Park is that no, Dusan Vlahovic will not be starting for Newcastle in this game. It's going to be Alexander Isak starting up top. And for Tottenham, though, they will see their new boys start as Riccardo Orsolini starts on the right-hand side today. We're also going to see Bentancur come into the team for the first time. Now, of course, in real life, Tottenham lost this game, but this is the game in my mind where hopefully we can get Dominic Solanke his first goal for the club. Now, the last thing I want is Isak running through, but that is why you have Romero. Now, I looked at Newcastle. They're actually going to play a press. They're not going to be easy for me to deal with. Can some find Solanke? He does. Oh, my God. What a ball that is to Solanke. Get it back out to Maddison. Oh, early shot. Testing Pope. But, yeah, Newcastle are going to throw bodies at this one. This isn't going to be easy in terms of the pressure. We've just played a side that really sat back predominantly. That's not going to be the way this one goes as Van der Ven gets two under that and it's over the bar. Oh no. Van der Ven's missed out. Almiron now. He's going to have the pace. He's going to have the pace. And Van der Ven, I think, actually did enough there to put him off. Oh my God. This is how it's going to go. It's going to go back and forth in this game. I can feel it. Cario actually with a huge save there for us. That is massive. Almiron's pace though. I can't be sloppy defensively. Oh, don't let Shah all the way through. What the hell happened? He misses it. Thank God that man hit that one wide. I want another win. Orsolini. God, he is he's a dangerous player, but he's not the quickest. He's going to whip one over to Son. Oh, I got two under it. It's going over the bar. The captain there, he's on fine form. I kind of would have expected him to slot that home, but he just got a bit too behind it. Not bad free kick position then for Newcastle. I imagine they're going to try and float this one in. No, they're not. They're going to play it to Isak. This is an interesting routine, but so far it might pay off because Almiron can beat you there. Ah, man. Van der Ven is being called into action a lot. We get away. Oro plays it inside. Orsolini now. Orsolini. Good footwork. Orsolini still. And he tests Pope. But maybe he should have slid that across. Give me that ball across all day long, I think. Give me it across all day long. Heung-min Son there. Can't get to it. Can we get to the second ball? We can. We are now starting to cause them a problem. Oh, wow. Gordon is super quick. Joe Linton. Oh, how's he got that through? Alexander Isak will make it 1-0. Newcastle do not deserve this, in my opinion, on the way that the player's gone. But, man, they're going to take the lead here just before the half. It's this ball in to be... Look at that. Through Romero's legs, boys. Through Romero's damn legs. Once you get in that position, that's it. Game over. That's a goal every single time for Isak. And he needs to be scoring, right? Because he does have the threat right now, right behind him, that Dusan Vlahovic could come on at any point. We're going to have a little rethink here then going into the second half. To be fair, we haven't really given them much. We've probably been the better team, but let's just get a little bit more clinical going forward. I also haven't got Son in too many good positions since the opening moments of the half. Son holds up the ball brilliantly and then fires off a shot that's saved by Pope, but that's better. Let's get him into the game more. I'm actually going to make a sub here. I'm going to bring on Kulusevski because I haven't been impressed with Maddison, and I'm going to bring off Romero for Dragusin because I haven't been that impressed with Romero in this game in particular. So let's give these two opportunities to come on. Now, we have to do something here. We cannot let them get to that. Oh, we get a little bit lucky. But I need something from the boys. I need something, and I need it now. Kulusevski found Basuma. Basuma then, out wide. He's found Son. What can Son do? This is a good position. Heung-min Son, surely. Heung-min Son, surely. Every damn time. This is the difference maker in this team, boys. I am so glad that we've re-signed him. Look at the bench. They are absolutely loving it. He goes clean through. Honestly, great play for me, Basuma, though, as well. I'm going to give that man that. But what a finish Or Salini off? Maybe. Yeah, maybe it's time. Time to see Archie Gray come on. It's time to see Odebear come on. There's time in this game, man. We could go on and get the winner. We just can't be slack because they have such talent to open you up. They haven't pulled the plug yet. They have not brought on Dusan Vlahovic, the big money sign-in. See, I think he costs similar to what actually is that cost in real life for them. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Almiron. Oh, he gets that cross. Isaac now. They're instantly playing a little bit more aggressive. Dragusin nearly brought him down. You've got to get the second ball. And Vicario has to try and save the second one. Oh, so straight after the goal. Straight at kickoff. No time given to compose ourselves. Dragusin not good enough. It's a good save, but Vicario, get back up. Be ready for the second ball. Oh, just like that, the points are back down the drain. Almiron all day has been a nightmare to deal with. Isaac Dragusin not strong enough. Oh, my God. Was bringing on Dragusin the right move? I'm not so sure now. I was at the time, but it's not. I'm not sure now. Is that a good ball over? Dominic Solanke. Dominic Solanke has to score. He is not looking like the striker Tottenham needed to sign right now, is he? I cannot believe he did not find the back of the net there. Well, that actually feels like a howler. You're not going to get more clean through than that. You're really not going to get more clean through than that. And the fact that he couldn't find the back of the net there is so disappointing. Oh, no. Gordon's turned us. Gordon's through. It's going to be 3-1 Newcastle. This is the best performance someone's had against us so far. We've had chances. We have created, boys. Literally, Solanke, just a second before this, nearly goes clean through and scores. We are trying to repeat results in real life, and we know we have a North London derby coming up. What a poor defensive performance. We're going to have to work on that. That's fine. But for me, Solanke going clean through. Those moments there in front of goal, I'm beginning to question whether he is the right man for the job. There'll be plenty of time left this season because there's nothing we can do now for a while. Wow, we're going to see a second yellow card for Bruno Guimaraes as the game is coming towards the end. No amount of reds though right now are going to help us. It was so late in the game. That is going to go down as one of them that feels like a missed opportunity. But I would say that Newcastle, especially with Dusan Vlahovic signing for them, they are probably one of our biggest rivals for top four. Anthony Gordon today was absolutely fantastic. 2 goals for him. But the big story for us, for Tottenham fans, for people watching it from our point of view, is how the hell did Dominic Solanke not score that opportunity? And that is where we're going to leave it for this episode, boys. The big question then, Dominic Solanke, is he going to be good enough? Should we give Richarlison the opportunity to start up top? And boys, we have a North London derby at the start of the next episode. What the hell are we going to do? We can't keep performing like we did there against Newcastle. Thank God the sacking's turned off. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much for the support. I hope you enjoyed episode number 2. I cannot wait to just continuously grind this series. I'm so looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to the North London derby to kick off the next episode. Take care, all of you, and I will see you in the next one.